Let's hear it, though, for Denver's flood mitigation infrastructure. I know that's the real sexy stuff that everybody's interested in, but it worked. The new stretch of I-70, it didn't turn into Struggle Lake like it did last summer when pumps in the underground portion failed. People had to be pulled out by firefighters last year. There's no such drama last night. All good. The folks at the Mile High Flood District told our Steve Stager that the hidden system kept problems from quite literally spilling over.
The modern flood infrastructure really doesn't look like infrastructure. It looks like nature, even though we're in a city.
Chances are you've taken a walk or a hike, or a bike ride maybe, along a floodplain and never really noticed it. Well, until you noticed it during yesterday's rain. I mean, look at the Cherry Creek bike path.
Probably 99% of the time, you get to enjoy being by the water, because everybody likes being by the water. But then it's also there to convey the floods.
Dave Skudas manages construction and infrastructure for the Mile High Flood District.
Although there's been a lot of rain, the intensity, generally speaking, hasn't been enough to cause a lot of problems.
He says what you saw yesterday was the system working as it's supposed to.
There are a lot of agencies like ours and local governments and with the state that spend a lot of time and money to make sure that when it does rain, there's really no story to tell.
In its 50 years, Skudas says the Mile High Flood District and other government agencies have invested about $1 billion in flood projects. A lot of that to prop up areas where they didn't plan a neighborhood for floodwaters.
Parts of the metro area that developed prior to the 1960s, 1970s often didn't develop with respect to flood risk because it just wasn't that well understood.
Those cases require costly and sometimes controversial projects. Think of the redesign of the City Park Golf Course, for example. Nowadays, neighborhoods are built with those green belts and waterways preserved to give rainwater room to roam.
Yeah, there's a day or two where we don't get to enjoy the open space and trails, but I think it's a good trade-off.
And now you know a bit more about our good friend infrastructure. You might be wondering what the Mile High Flood District does on a day like today. Skudas says this is when they test their modeling and their hydraulics to see where all the water from all flood projects are going and make sure it's going to the right place. That stuff is never 100% right. So now they can look, see where the water went, make any potential adjustments they need to make, and move on from there, Kyle.
A work-from-home throwback Steve Stager reminds us of the days of the old fireplace behind me. I'm not violating Steve's medical privacy. He's talked about this on social media. Coming back from a case of the Rona, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's my last day of quarantine, and other than a little stuffy, I'm feeling a lot better. It did take a lot out of me. It took me 3 years, the end of the COVID emergency pandemic, to actually come down with this thing. It's still a beast. It still knocks you out, but I'm back at it.
3 years is an impressive stretch. Well, thanks for working from home. I do appreciate it. Thank you, Steve.